This is the brand new Tamron 12-20 2.8 lens. So this is it. This is the brand new 12-20 from Tamron. Now there's a couple things I really like about the design of it, which I'll talk about in a minute, but who is this lens for? I mean, a 12-20 is such a wide angle, it's an ultra wide. It's great for interiors. I'm loving it when I'm shooting inside. It allows me to really make those interiors look much bigger and really showcase what the architects have been doing. Real estate photographers, I think, are gonna love this lens. And if you're outside doing landscapes and cloudscapes and sunsets, that kind of stuff, that's where this lens is really going to excel. If that's your style of shooting, this is a really interesting focal length. Now, what can we expect out of this lens? We're going to talk about that, but let's talk about what this lens is like physically first. Now, the lens does come provided with a really beefy and chunky lens cap, which is quite nice. It does lock on, and it is a relatively bulbous front end. It does have an integrated lens hood, so I can't remove this. I have to live with what this one is. And it's not that big a deal. I mean, it's 4.7 inches long or 120 millimeters. It's not very big at all. And as far as the weight goes, it's about 20 ounces or 570 grams. So on this Z8, it is really well balanced. I don't mind it whatsoever. Now, the first thing I noticed when I looked at this is it doesn't look like every other Tamron lens, and it's because they're updating their lens design. And I really like when designers do this and they start making things a little more practical. And they call it their tone level next design. And when I look at it and the controls I'm dealing with, everything feels really well built, really well controlled, nicely designed, and you know, it's confidence inducing when you're actually working with this lens. It does have the usual custom buttons. We have a custom 1, 2, and 3 on this lens with several different custom buttons here. An autofocus, manual focus switch, of course, a manual focus lock button, which is kind of interesting, and a zoom lock, which is interesting because, I mean, it's a 12-20. It's not a really big zoom. I'm not really worried about lens creep, but it does work that way. It does have the USB-C port here as well, so you can work with the Tamron utilities and customize this lens even more. All really cool stuff that Tamron's got going with it. Now, one thing is it doesn't have a front filter thread, so this is kind of a big deal because if I want to slow my shutter speed down by putting a graduated filter on or an ND filter on, I have to do it through the rear holder of this lens. Now, when we turn our attention to the inside of this lens, making a really ultra wide angle lens is a very challenging thing for the designers to come up with. And because of the corrections needed to make these things nice and straight and your lines and everything else really perfect, Tamron's done a lot of work on the inside of this lens. They have a XGM lens, extreme glass molded aspherical element, and 3 glass molded aspherical elements as well to really compensate for all the distortion that needs to be corrected for when it comes to this lens. Now, what I'm finding is that I'm getting really good contrast, really nice look to it. And they've included a 12-bladed circular aperture to give us some nice bokeh. And you can see, you can actually get some pretty nice looking sun stars out of it as well if you want to make it work that way. And the lens is, of course, weather sealed as well, and Tamron makes some fantastic coatings. I have really no worries about that front element at all. Now, when it comes to that 12-bladed circular aperture, it is capable of some nice sort of look to it, but I did find myself frustrated a little bit because it's 2.8, which is great for shooting some low light kind of stuff. And I really appreciated that when I was walking around Montreal recently with this lens and just shooting handheld at night. And also when I went to the Calgary Stampede, it's always fun to be able to shoot some handheld stuff and we're not doing some really long exposure. But it only goes down to f/16. I would have liked to actually gone even further. If I want really long exposures and I want to put an ND filter on here, I can't screw it to the front of this lens. I have to use the rear element there, which I find not nearly as easy to work with as a screw and filter on the front. However, I can certainly manipulate my camera, drop my ISO way down, and certainly get some pretty decent results. Tamron has also put their VXD motor into here as well. Now, it's an ultra wide angle lens, so the depth of field is really quite broad, but the autofocus is pretty snappy with that VXD motor. Now, when we take a look at the image quality, what we can expect out of this lens, I mean, wide angle lenses are usually really tough to manufacture, and it's the corner sharpness which is the toughest to get. We often get a lot of stretching and distortion. But take a look at this shot here. This is shot at 12mm at 2.8. That's when the lens is at its absolute weakest optically, and you can see what to expect when it comes to center sharpness here. It is really nice and sharp in the center, but it's the corners that really impressed me. If we go up to the extreme corner here, you can see how nicely corrected this is, how sharp it is. I mean, this is fantastic. I think Tamron's got a great thing going with this. Stopping the lens down doesn't really make that much difference, and the same story is there at 20mm. Center sharpness is great, and the edge-to-edge sharpness is very, very good. There's a slight bit of vignetting at 2.8, which I can expect, but that's easily correctable in Lightroom or Photoshop. It's the sharpness that I'm looking for and that distortion correction. And Tamron has got it dialed in with this lens. It looks fantastic. So overall, what do I make of this brand new offering from Tamron? Well, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I had a great weekend in Montreal with it, and I got to explore and really shoot some new street stuff, and it's a lot of fun to kind of play around there. And also, I mean, showcasing people in their workplace and their environment. I got a chance to go to Schwartz. If you've never been there, it's an amazing place, and the guys there have been there forever, and it's a fun shot to be able to shoot with this. But as far as head and shoulder portraits go, that's not really the use case for this lens. It's exploring the world and being able to get that really cool perspective and make things look really, really big, and curves look fantastic with this. So I really enjoyed shooting with this lens, taking it to the Calgary Stampede as well. It's just a lot of fun to walk around with because you start looking at the world completely different. Normally we're looking at kind of closer to a 50mm range with our own eyes. But now I have this ultra wide angle lens and I can capture some really cool perspectives. What I also like is like the minimum focusing distance is about 7 inches or about 19 centimeters. It's really quite close. So you can get some fun looks that way as well. So I like this lens. The quality I'm getting out of it is fantastic. I don't really worry about correcting things nearly as much as I've done with some other wide angle lenses. And it really allows me to play around with some great perspective. Now, I of course want to know what you guys think of this brand new offering from Tamron. Do you like a 12 to 20 2.8 lens? And do you like the new design choices that they're making with their actual lenses themselves? Let me know in the comments down below. Follow us on Instagram, like and subscribe. We'll catch you again next time. Hey, thanks for sticking around and watching this first look video of the brand new Tamron 12 to 20 2.8 lens. If you want to check out more of our recent content, click up here. And if you are Canadian and want to shop local, check out thecamerastore.com down here.